Alright, I'm up at Chambers Gorge. First thing this morning. Fuck, just swallowed my first fly. Pretty adventurous drive up this morning from Rawnsley Park in the dark. Car's looking a bit second hand at the moment. Good wash when I get home. A lot of flooded creeks and washaways to dodge. Anyway, I'm going up there, Mount Chambers. I think I'm going to head out there and along that ridge. It's around about a 4k walk with a bit of climbing by the look of it. I'm not sure what the go is with the track. It's pretty open country though, so I should be okay. So down that way, where the sun's coming up over there, is actually Chambers Gorge, which I might duck into after I get down off this mountain in a few hours. It might be a little bit more water than normal in there, I'm thinking. So far so good. I'm following this four-wheel drive track. I'm not sure how far this will go for, but I'll take it while it's here. I'm just walking in a dry creek bed at the moment. I think I might actually jump out, heading for that ridge. I'll swing around over there, pick it up maybe in that saddle over there, and then climb along the top. That's a rough plan. We'll see how it goes. Stunning morning. I suppose you expect that in the desert in summer. So just assessing my route options. I was going to go for that saddle there, but now I'm thinking I'm going to try and sidle up, contour up and go for that little notch there. It's above some cliffs. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that flat bit is just around the corner there on the ridge. These cliffs though are going to bluff me out, so I'm going to have to climb up here to get onto the ridge line. I think it's doable. We'll see when I get up there. This is the I suppose you call it the Northern Flinders. So I've got myself up on a little ledge. I'm hoping I can, I think I'll be able to skirt around the corner here and get onto the crest of the ridge and then climb up there. I think when I go down I might duck down a bit further, go down one of those grassy ramps, because this is a little bit airy climbing up here. It's not too bad, but so I'm along that ledge. I'm just trying to get up to that crest. I think this gully will get me there. I'm thinking that's the worst of it. That'll be the top over there. I'm in the sun now. I think I've broken the back of it. I think this is the final scramble. Once I get over these cliffs, it should be like a flat top mesa type formation, I think. I wonder if you can hear me over this wind. That's a fairly substantial summit, can. Peregrine falcon soaring around up here. It's a little bird. I think it's a peregrine. I'm no expert on birds. This is pretty amazing. That's like Frome. You can't really see it out in the distance, that white lake. And that over there in the distance is the Gammon Ranges. So that, on the other side of that hill in the medium distance, this Chambers Gorge. I'm going to drop in there next. Once I get off here, you can see the creek line. Looks like there's a bit of water. I'm a chance at a swim by the look of it. So I'll drive. I don't know if you can see pick out the car. The Utes just down there. I've driven in on that track along the creek, so it's just to the left of the creek. There's a track that runs in there. It stops just past that other water hole, and then you walk into the gorge as far as you want to go, really. Eventually you end up in the Never Never near Lake Frome, heading out onto the plains. You don't want to get out there. I think I'm going to head down a slightly longer way, but with a little less scrambling. So couldn't find a logbook in any of these rocks. Squirreled away, unfortunately, because I'm thinking there's probably a bit of history behind this old can. Not many people come up here. It's certainly a substantially substantially built and well-engineered can, this one. It's one of the more impressive ones around. Don't take this as advice, but geez, you could bivvy up here easy enough. There's plenty of flat ground, although it is very rocky. I'm sure you could clear some rocks up. Bivvying up here at night would be unbelievable. If you like Brinkley Bluff, or one of the ones in the Larapinta or Mount Giles when it comes to that. Someone's put a few little cans in marking a bit of a route. Not exactly sure what it marks because they seem to meander all over the place. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind either, but really you don't need the cans. The visibility is that good up here. You can see for miles. The big issue is just negotiating the cliff lines on the loose shaly rock. But navigation shouldn't be that much of a problem. I love the sound of the wind. Going through those leaves, sighing through the leaves. Nothing makes it feel more like the Australian desert than wind through a she oak or a desert oak. Great spot to, well, not so much here, but sometimes great spots to camp underneath them because they drop pine needles. So that's the top of the mesa up there. I come out along that ridge, climbed onto that ridge. I'm going to try maybe scrambling down this gully. Let's see how we go. I didn't notice any waterfalls, but there's a fair bit of it I couldn't see on the way up, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I can always stay left, I suppose, if it looks too dodgy. So I'm down in the creek line. I came up along that ridge. I'm just dubious about this bit here, how steep it's going to get. But if it gets too dodgy, I might just swing up the left. I'm going to have a bit of a look at it. And we shall see what it looks like. It's not super steep, but it's very shaly as well. I mean, it is super steep in spots. It's cliff lines, but good thing is plenty of go tracks to follow. Alright, as you can tell, I'm not in the creek. I gave up on that. Did find a bit of a pad with cans, so I'm up on that left side. See where it takes me. One way or another, I'm going to get to, the further out here I walk, the more, the easier the descent will be. It'll just be a bit longer. But that's all good. I've got all day. It's still only, I don't know, a bit after 9. So I've got plenty of time. It's not super hot yet. It's probably, I don't know, low 20s, I'm guessing. There's the remains of the last walker that came out here. I'm going to go over there. I came up that cliff line there. I'm dropping into a little saddle and I'll go down that ramp there, have a look over the edge and see what's how steep it is. It's definitely been, so far the descent's been a lot easier than the climb. I haven't had to scramble at all on the descent yet, mind you. I've gone the scenic route. Let's have a look at the other side of the saddle. Back to that ute. Alright, pretty well down off the steep, shaly kind of ground. I actually scrambled up that one. Straight in front of me, the big mesa kind of thing. It's not the top, but I scrambled up a few ledges. But I've come down, I found a bit of a track. I've come down, this one's a lot gentler, it's a little bit longer. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to know whether I'm following a goat track, a dry creek bed, a wallaby track, or a bushwalking track. It doesn't really matter. We're all heading in the same direction. They'll get me where I need to go. So this kind of open rolling country is the hardest stuff to navigate through. But I'm thinking that creek, that substantial creek line, is going to take me down to the main creek where the ute is. So I'm kind of going to follow that, I think, and we'll see where we end up. There's the ute, just through the trees. And this is that dry creek bed I was looking at from a while back. So I'm pretty well back now. I'll just sign off here. That was a really nice walk. About 4.4 k's, about 200 and, well, it's saying about 240 metres climbing. We'll see what the software does to that tonight. It might come down a bit. It's a make your own adventure. There's many ways to get up there. The further west along the ridge you go, where the ridge lowers out, the easier it is. The bit at the start, the closer you go to the top to get on the ridge, the more likely you are to get into some cliffs and do a bit of scrambling. And the scrambling's a bit loose in spots, so judge for yourself. So looking at it from this direction, the further to the right of screen you go, the easier it'll go. Easier it'll be, but it'll be a longer walk. The closer to the left you go, the shorter it'll be, but the steeper and scramblier it'll be.